We've been talking about a korban, which is mistranslated as a sacrifice, but really what it means is the offering that brought a person close to God. Korban means near. Now, one of the requirements that the Torah adds to a korban, to an offering, a flour offering, or other offerings, is that you have to put salt on it. The salt was a symbol of God's covenant. The simple explanation for the salt, by the way, that's why when we eat bread, we also dip the bread in salt, because our table is likened to the altar and our food is likened to the offerings. So we also put salt on it. But one of the reasons for the salt, the simple reason, is that salt is a preservative. So we want that God's covenant with us should be preserved for eternity. But there's also a deeper explanation. The whole idea of a korban is to take ourselves, the animal within us, and every aspect of our being, and bringing it close to God. Well, the truth is, when they brought offerings in the temple, every part of the universe was included in that offering. So there are 4 levels of existence. There's the inanimate, the mineral, there's the vegetation, plants, there's the animal, and there's the human. All of these 4 were represented in the offerings in the temple, and we were bringing them close to God. And by extension, because these were done in the temple by God's order, it brought the entire universe closer to God. All of these 4 components representing the entire universe. So you had salt, which is a mineral, inanimate. You had flour and oil and wine. That's vegetation. You had the animal offering, and then you had the Kohen, the priest, who was the one who executed this offering. So you had all 4 levels of existence, and all of them were brought closer to God. Every time we brought an offering, the world became a different world. By extension, every time we bring our own personal offering, we take our own animal, we take our own inanimate, our whole body, our whole being, and we do a mitzvah, that mitzvah makes not only ourselves, but by extension, it affects the whole world. And when all of us do our part, the world becomes a changed world. The fact we don't see the changes is only because God wants us to have free choice. But if we would be able to see the effects of all of our good deeds, all of our mitzvahs that we have performed for thousands of years, we would see that the whole universe is a different universe as compared to the way it was at the time of creation. And we are waiting for that one last mitzvah that will bring us to the brink, and bring us to the critical mass that we need to bring about the final redemption.